Here's my Aston Martin DB10, guys, RC car, and you hit that button and it plays the James Bond music. But yeah, this is the movie car, RC version. In the exhaust, that's where the flamethrowers would be. Where the Aston Martin badge, that's where the rear machine guns would be. All right, you ready for this, my friends? Here we go. There it is, guys, the Aston Martin DB10. I hope you enjoyed that driving footage. We are gonna take a look at this vintage RC car. This is a James Bond Aston Martin DB10. Used to promote the DB10 from the 2015 Spectre movie, starring Daniel Craig. And here it is, never been opened. We're gonna take this out of the box. Before I rip this sucker open, let's show you what the box looks like. All right, now that you've seen the box, let's go ahead and tear this bad boy up. I've got a feeling that it's gonna be easy to take apart just because this box is not in the greatest condition ever. So here we are. We have some instructions. You guys know how I feel about instructions. And how are we gonna take this off of the base? We got these twisties here, which it should come right off. Maybe it's so old that it's not going to. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, I've unboxed so many RC cars in my life. It's no longer a challenge, guys. Car is really tiny, by the way. Let's take the remote out. There you go. Let's see. Okay, here is the remote. It's gonna need that little antenna, the straw. Here's the straw, which this is gonna go in. Once you finally get the straw on the antenna, look how freaking long it is. Oh, that hurt. So this remote takes 3 AAA batteries, and then the car itself takes 5 AA batteries. So I can see that this car is really tiny. Let's do some measurements really quick. So the length from the rear to the front, it's about 12, probably like 12 and a half inches long. The wheelbase, which I don't know if anybody cares about this wheelbase. The wheelbase is gonna be just shy of 8 inches. The width at the widest point, let's go from the rear tires here. It's about 5.5 inches wide, roughly. So yeah, the car is actually pretty tiny, but it's touted as being 1/12 scale. So this is actually a very special car because for the very first time ever, the James Bond filmmakers actually teamed up with the automakers, in this case Aston Martin, to make a car just for the movie. So the DB10 was made only for the movie. They made 10 of these. So basically a concept car, and you would see a lot of these design cues used later on in the DB11 and other successor Aston Martin cars. But if you look at the front, they didn't want any outrageous features on the hood, so they just used these little hole vents to provide ventilation for the engine. And you can see the lines on this car are so sleek. It's such a beautiful looking car. The RC car itself, it feels pretty cheap. Made by Nikko, so it is toy grade. But again, this is considered a 1/12 scale, and I kind of want to compare this 1/12 scale car size to the Casino Royale Radio Shack RC car DBS. For the Casino Royale, Radio Shack made this DBS RC car, which is considered 1/12 scale. And this DB10 for Spectre is considered 1/12 scale. I don't think these guys were on the same page when it came to scales, because the DB10 is way smaller than the DBS, and if you look at the car dimensions of both cars in their actual sizes, there's not much of a size difference, but here there's a huge size difference. Look at that. You know, originally I thought this Radio Shack DBS was tiny, but when I saw the Nikko DB10, this is even tinier. Honestly, the Nikko DB10 looks more like a 1/14 scale RC car, maybe even less than that. But I still love the DB10 for the very fact that this was actually designed for James Bond. But I think in terms of RC cars, I think Radio Shack did a better job making their DBS. Just for funsies, I want to put this 1/12 scale Muff Toys Daniel Craig James Bond figure next to the DB10. Unfortunately, he looks a little too big for Nikko's 1/12 scale DB10. I don't know how it looks on video, but he looks a little too big for this car. He looks perfect next to the Radio Shack 1/12 scale DBS. But regardless, it's nice to have Daniel Craig posing next to his DB10 here. But I just think from my angle, he looks way too big for this car. Let's see, would he fit in there if he sat down? I don't know. Well, let's try from a different angle. How does he look from this angle? With the car parked like this, versus like this, versus like this? I don't know. How about if he's just, you know, posing really suave next to his car? That's not really suave looking, is it? But regardless of the kind of smaller than 1/12 scale size for the DB10, I still think it's a sweet car. Like, as far as James Bond movie cars go, the DB10 is one of my favorites, mainly for the fact that, again, it was designed just for the movie, which, you know, is unheard of for the James Bond cars. I do wish it was slightly bigger though, because it's kind of ridiculous how small this is. By the way, don't go to eBay trying to buy this, because most eBay sellers are going to jack this price up to $200, $300. The quality on this is more like $30 or $40. In fact, I think the retail price for this car originally was like $30 or $40. It is not worth more than that. But because I love James Bond and because I love this car in particular, I had to have this car. So I did spend a lot more than retail price to get this. What I do want to get eventually is the Hot Wheels Elite 1/18 scale diecast for the DB10. But people don't normally sell that on eBay. It was a very limited run for that particular model, but it is beautiful. And as far as this car goes, I am glad I have it. I'm an RC enthusiast. Yeah, it just, that's what it is, guys.